morality has their work cut out for them. Because as we see, all that we are left with is a fragmented and broken concept of morality, held together
What
with
is
nothing
the
more than
argument?
sophistry and tradition.
Brenda, the argument is that you're weird and you won't actually like come in and give a comment, but you're gonna somehow get into sock accounts and tell me that I am running from you. Like your desperation is really, really just bizarre. Like you actually do have the opportunity to come in the room. The link is in the description, but you won't. So, and neither will Chris Jones. He has no interest. Again, this is this cowardly keyboard
Oh,
warrior
there's Brenda.
nonsense. It's just a
Okay,
bunch of
Brenda.
noise. If
Okay, Brenda, go ahead. I'm glad you took the invitation. What can I do for you today?
Well, it seems to think.
Hello,
Yes.
Brenda, are you there? We can't hear you. We can't. Your mic might be muted, or you're having connection issues. Can you hear me? We cannot hear you. We can still not hear you. We are still not hearing you. Okay. Maybe try to fix the.
Is that working now?
Oh, there we go. Yep. Now you're there. Okay, you're there. Go right ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Every time I switch to StreamYard, I have to switch the default microphone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would make sense. Yep. Okay. Very good. Well, go ahead. Like I said, I promise you at least
Go
60
ahead with
seconds.
what? Well, you're just talking trash in the comments, so I don't know what it is. You seem to think I have.
Well, I'm talking trash in the show, not the
Yeah,
comments.
yeah.
But-
You seem
but
to think I have some sock accounts. I don't have sock accounts.
Well, someone was sending a bunch of weird claims about how I was running from you, and yet you were never nowhere to be found. So I don't know. It seemed like some sort of plea of desperation from someone who was maybe because when you came into the stream with Maddox, you seemed to be really, really extra desperate to like score a point to where you were even willing to be kind of creepy. Like you were willing to be so desperate that you're willing to be creepy. At least that's what it came across to me.
What's creepy? I don't know what that.
Well,
what
when you
mean
came
by that.
in, well, do you remember when you came in and started
Yeah.
getting really like personal probing questions, asking us to be concerned about
what's
supposedly our.
personal? What's the personal probing question?
Well, we've been over this, Brenda, and now I'm starting to wonder if you actually have the capacity to even recognize it at all.
No. I just want to know what that is. I just want you to actually.
You
say
came
it.
in and started asking about what his last name was, who he was.
No, I didn't.
You did. Oh
No.
yeah, you did.
I know what his name is. It's John Maddox.
Now I appreciate that you've denied that because now I get to take this denial and splice it with the video. I know where it is.
I didn't ask what his name was. I asked
You did.
I asked what his education level was.
That, and you also asked what his full name was, and you said,
it's
"Is
John
your last
Maddox.
name Maddox?" Well, yes, but why did you need to confirm that if you already knew it? What were you trying to accomplish?
Well, I was trying to see if what his name was. If this
But
was the
why
same
would you
person.
do that? But why would you do that?
It's irrelevant. It's not really.
Well,
relevant.
no, it's very relevant because if it's not relevant, then it's creepy. And that's the whole point that you don't seem to be able to like connect.
No.
Because when you come in and do something like that with no good reason, then the only viable reason is an intent to slight or be creepy. And I know you were doing that because what you did right before you came in was to go at us about how we should watch what we say because we might worry about monetization, as if we clearly cared about that. And we weren't, and none of our channels were in a position to be monetized anyway. So what you were willing to do was come in and make a desperate point to try and get a dig that none of us cared about.
No, I just wanted John to because he seemed to have some kind of weird thing where he was trying to pretend that he wasn't John Maddox.
I don't know who was ever getting that impression at all anywhere.
John, as logical, plausible, was trying to pretend that he wasn't John Maddox.
Where is this happening? Where did you see this happen?
in the show that we're talking about right now? He seemed to be giving the impression that he was trying to distance himself. He was trying to like brand himself as logical, plausible, and to put some distance between John Maddox and logical, plausible.
If the name of his channel is Logical, Plausible, Probable, and he wants to make an executive decision to brand himself as such, who are you to make a judgment otherwise, question it, or inquire about it? Why do you feel entitled?
No, I simply wanted him.
I'd like you to answer the question. I'd like you to answer the question.
Because I think that there was some duplicity going on.
And what is the duplicity?
that he was trying to distance himself from himself.
So he's not
as
allowed
John.
to brand himself the way he wants. See, like you have to, like you're not allowed to brand yourself the way you want and change your name and your identity and identify as what you want. You're not allowed to do that.
So I think he was trying. I think it was.
Like, I'd like you to be consistent, Brenda, because you're starting to irritate me. Because what you're doing is engaging in hypocrisy. You expect everyone to recognize what you identify as, and what you did is you came into the room to try and deny what he's trying to identify as in your own grotesque amoral hypocrisy. And see, this is what I was trying to draw attention to.
Yeah, I don't think
earlier.
that those are commensurable.
I know you don't think. I know you don't think.
I
and
don't.
I know that's
no, that's not what I said. I didn't say I don't think. I said I don't think those two are commensurable.
Yeah, you could have stopped at think, and we would.
Well, I know that. I know you need to make your petty little digs.
It's not petty. I've already made the point, Brenda.
That's what I said.
The point is, and whether or not you can follow it is now irrelevant, because now the point is made to the audience. So I'll go ahead and give you last word, and I got Chris Jones in the back. I'm sure he'd like to say something too.
Oh yeah, that you haven't. There isn't any subject on the table, so to speak.
Okay.
It's simply your bigotry and intolerance is the main thing. You're extremely bigoted and angry and vicious person.
Can you give an example?
This conversation.
Well, so if I am disliking your personal character and I find you to be inferior, that's somehow bigotry?
Yes, it is. That's literally what the word means.
Oh, really?
Yes, when you think other people are inferior to you, that's literally what bigotry is.
Oh, you mean us? Okay, so I'm not allowed to make an observation about your inferior character and then judge you accordingly.
Oh, that
would be bigotry.
No, yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Yes, when you judge other people to be inferior to you.
Not inferior to
that's
me.
Literally, that's literally what bigotry means.
You're missing the point. It's not about. I'm not the standard. I'm not the standard. I'm drawing reference.
You just gave it as your standard.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
In a generality of it. By the way, did I ever present any of this as my standard, or did I present it as basically what should be considered a normative standard? That what you displayed was creepy, and I gave the reason why it was creepy. Ultimately, because you had no reason to do it, made it extra creepy.
I had a good reason for do it, was because he was being duplicitous, and I simply wanted.
He was not being duplicitous. He was
not.
Yes, he was. You know what? No, then you're being duplicitous. Then you are. Then you're duplicitous with your identity.
That's just projection.
No, that's your projection.
You're starting to panic. So settle down.
You're a hypocrite.
I'm not a hypocrite. It's not hypocrisy.
You're saying Maddox isn't allowed to separate his duplicity from what he is, and you're allowed to do it. You're allowed to claim
you for recognizing that it's duplicity.
And whoever you want to be. But Maddox can't do it. No, Maddox isn't allowed to brand his channel the way he wants, or feel uncomfortable about some weird, bizarre, amoral degenerate coming in the room and questioning
weird or bizarre
and what his education is. No, it is bizarre. It is bizarre.
It's not weird. You didn't want to know what his educational.
You didn't come in to talk. You didn't come in to pitch an argument. You came in to creep people out, and it's what you did. Okay, and you accomplished your goal.
You feeling uncomfortable is you, not me.
See, when you make someone feel uncomfortable, you're gonna make that their problem. Seriously,
people don't make other people feel things. You make yourself feel things.
Really? So
That's
I
true.
can't make. Really? So someone hitting you in the face won't make you feel something?
Yes, aside from physical contact.
Someone calling you.
Emotional. We're talking emotions, not physical.
Fine. Okay, fine. So someone calling you something other than what you identify as, would that be bad?
Yes, I would not like that.
Okay, then you're a hypocrite.
That's not hypocrisy.
Yeah, because that is someone else doing something to you that you disagree with and enforcing their will on you and saying that you just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted yourself. You said someone can't inflict discomfort on someone else.
No, I didn't say
just
discomfort.
Gave an example.
I said other people.
Oh, now you want to play
can't make you.
Okay.
Yes, other people.
Now you want to. Okay,
don't make you feel.
You want to play semantic games now. You're a complete and utter illogical, amoral, degenerate dumpster fire. Goodbye. Okay, Chris, come on in. Go ahead and say your piece.